welcome to another one that I'm filming today. This one is my favorite civilian. I've kind of have a sore throat and stuff, so sorry if my voice sounds a little weird. The same thing going for the last one I filmed, which was A Painful Reveal Part 2. Forgot to say it in another video, but my voice is a little messed up, so sorry about that. But anyway, let's get on to my favorite civilian. It is a marichat one. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. My favorite civilian. Chat wasn't doing his normal patrol. He was near done when he saw a cute Marinette. He knew her from school as best friend, but he also knew her since she helped him with some akumas. He saw her sketching and singing to herself. He was on top of her roof, listening to her sing. She suddenly stopped. "Hey, Chat," she said, and he could tell she had a smile on her face. He was so confused. Not even Akuma victims with special powers could tell he was there most of the time. He was a cat. He had silent paws, and he was the predator in most environments. He was the predator, but now he was the prey. How did you do that?" he asked. He was sure no one could sense him. "I just sensed you were there," she said, without even lifting her head from her designs. "Wow, princess, I'm impressed," he said, smiling. He liked Mari. She was kind, pretty, and easy to talk to. "Princess?" she questioned, finally looking up at him. "Sorry, some people don't like nicknames. I'll just call you Marin." He was cut off. No, it's cute. I like it," she said, smiling at him. "Come, sit here." She gestured to a spot next to her. "Wow, you are really talented," he said while admiring her sketchbook. "Thanks, Kat. I like the view up here. It's great for inspiration," she said, looking at the city lights. "I know it's corny, but you're better. You look better than any views, sorry." She giggled, and it was the best sound he'd heard in a long time. Why? Why did he feel this way all of a sudden? He liked her? Not as a friend? Why? Why did she look so amazing all of a sudden? She looked good on the outside, duh. But also on the inside. They had never realized how amazing each other's other sides were. They both sat in silence. But it wasn't an awkward silence. It was a beautiful silence. It was not very late, but it wasn't early either. Marinette yawned, and Chat found it cute. "Your yawn is adorable," he said softly. She smiled back. She could tell that they felt the same way. She was so happy. He liked her for her, not for the mask. He was so happy. She liked him for him, not for the money and the fact that he's a model. He was thinking about the countless memories they had together when she rested her head on his shoulder and closed her eyes in satisfaction. She knew this wouldn't be the last time Chat Noir visited. He rested his head on hers. She felt safe and comfortable. This way, he felt warm and cared for. He started being aware of her at school. Whenever someone talked to her, he felt protective, and he even growled like an angry lion when another animal tried to take his territory. She would be aware of any blast he took in an Akuma fight, and she would get angry anytime he got hit. They were there for each other, in any form. Oh, by the way, in case you guys are wondering why sometimes he's Cat Noir and sometimes she's Chat Noir. Basically, in French it's Chat and in English it's Cat. And the show is based in Paris. So, a little while into the new dynamic, Marinette was talking with Luca. Adrian started growling, unintentionally, of course. Nino and Ali were talking next to when they heard the growl and saw the glare he was sending to Luca. "Dude, are you okay?" Nino asked, a bit confused. Adrian didn't even hear him. Adrian. It's supposed to say that Alia. Alia kept repeating. Luca left and Marinette joined them. "Hey, Mari," he broke out of his trance. "Hey, Adrian," she smiled. A few minutes later, Marinette had to go home. "What's with you?" Nino confronted Adrian. "You were growling and couldn't hear us," Nino informed him. I was? He said, confused. He wasn't doing it on purpose. Yeah, man, it's weird, Ollie added. He zoned out again, thinking about his nightly visit. Gotta go, he said, running and hiding to transform. Hey, Princess, what are we doing today? He said, looking forward to anything with her. Why don't we watch a scary movie and maybe a bit of cuddling? She said softly. I'd love that, he replied happily. They made their way to the sofa and turned the TV on. Marinette's parents were at her grandparents' house, so they didn't have to lower the volume or worry about being seen and questioned. They turned the volume up and got some sweets from the bakery. Halfway into the movie, Marinette got so scared she buried his face in Chat's chest. He was going to make fun of her, but he knew she wouldn't be happy. So he switched off the TV and took her to bed. He tucked her in and was about to go and Chat! She grabbed his tail and put on the best puppy eyes he'd ever seen. Yes, Princess? He looked back at her. Can you stay till I fall asleep? She said, half embarrassed and half really scared. Sure, he said, and he sat next to her on the other side of the bed. You're cute when you're scared, he said. What are you doing? Come here, protect me, she said, crossing her arms. He crawled over and waited. He accidentally fell asleep too. She didn't complain. Sure, she was secretly a hero, but she also got scared. So she fell asleep too. When she woke up, she remembered the events of the last night. I should go, he whispered. Good morning, she said, smiling. They hugged each other. He was about to leave when, hey, are you coming back tonight? She asked with puppy-eyed. Duh, see you then. He jumped out the window and left. She got ready and went to school. Meanwhile, Alia and Nino confronted Adrian again. Why were you growling? Nino said. Were you jealous? Alia smiled, hoping her ship would set sail. No. Why? Why would you say that? He said nervously. The bell rang and they got to class. After school, Adrian went and met her. He was gonna do it. He was gonna ask her. I wanted to ask you something, he said nervously. Would you like to be with me? I know that relationships as a hero could be tough, but... She jumped into his arms. Yes, a million times yes. The next day, he was standing with his friends. Guess what? Marinette walked over to her friend. You're early? They were confused. They'd never seen her early. Ha ha. I have a boyfriend. She smiled, the biggest smile possible. What? Who is it, girl? Alia said. If Adrian didn't know, he would be growling again. Why don't you come over later and I'll ask if he wants to share it, but share it with you three. Can't, sorry, I have a photo shoot, but maybe another time, he smiled. They went to class. After school, Nino and Alia went to the bakery. She had called Chat. Hey, kitty, want to meet my friends? They are super trustworthy. She begged. He smiled and said yes. He'll be here in a minute, she said. Tap, tap. They heard Nino and Alia went to the door. Where are you going? She said, going up to open the balcony trapdoor. They were confused. Chad jumped in and hugged her. Hey, princess, he smiled, giving her a quick kiss. Hey, guys, he said, smiling. They jumped down and... Chat Noir! Alia screamed. Oh, sorry. A few minutes of staring later. So, what are we gonna do? Chat said, trying to break the silence. How you him meet when confused? Ollie tried to say the sentence. Well, I was on my balcony sketching. We met more often, and yeah. Myrna replied, touching Chat's ear. She always found it funny when Chat acted like a Chat. He saw the faces that Ollie and Nina wore. He realized he'd be waiting for a while, so he balled up like a cat and rested on Marinette's lap. She giggled and stroked his hair. He started purring. Obviously not on purpose, but what could he do? He was part cat. Marinette smiled on the ball on her lap. Oh, my kitty, she said, smiling. Kitty? You're... Kitty? You per him dating boyfriend? Alia said. Nina looked at her. Now you're overreacting. Nina said. Well, congrats, Nina said. He was confused, but not as much as Alia. A few days later, Alia had processed everything, and they happily accepted Chet into their friend group. They often went on double dates, and they were always happy to see each other. Kirpa found out his son had a girlfriend, but he didn't know who. Adrian knew that he wanted to be honest, so he decided to reveal himself to Marinette. That way, they could go out. They could go out the house. So he went to her house and stood in front of her. What's wrong, Kitty? She said, noticing that he was holding something back. Can I show you? He said, looking down. Your identity? She questioned. Did he trust her that much? She nodded. Claws in, he said softly. He looked down and hoped she wasn't disappointed. Adrian? She hugged him. I'm so glad it was you all along. Now it's my turn. She transformed. Bugaboo? He said, confused. He squeezed her tight. Finally. They both knew. So Chat Noir and Ladybug were together, and so were Adrian and Marinette. He told his dad, and he approved. After all, she was a talented designer. Alia and Nino found out why Chat and Marinette broke up, and the four of them became heroes, friends, and a team. That's the end of that. Hope you all enjoyed my favorite civilian, one of my favorite ones. So I commented this in one of my other videos. Who's your favorite ship? Because whoever most of you say, I'll know that I should do more fanfics on that, because my videos are a few of them are subscriber based, and like I always want your guys' opinion, friendly opinions, obviously. I don't so yeah, just tell me if you guys have a favorite ship, you can put them in the comments and I'll know to do more of them. Or if you guys really don't care and just want Miraculous Fanfiction, no need to comment anything. I'm not gonna beg for subscribers or likes, and I wouldn't complain if I got them. But I did want to thank you again for the views and the subscribers, because I got 1,000 views today, and oh my god, I cannot tell you how happy I was. Just over like 10 days and 1,000 views. That felt so good. And I also have 20 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing. So yeah, I wanted to thank you guys. So bye bye.